Hello, welcome back for another video. In this video, let's talk about scheduled apex. This is the series of asynchronous apex video. So let's continue with scheduled apex, because in the previous video we discussed about batch apex. So what is scheduled apex, which is also known as apex scheduler? So it lets you delay the execution so that you can run your apex classes at any point of time. It basically allows you to schedule apex classes which you have created, and you can schedule it to run either daily, weekly, or even if you have a batch apex, you can schedule it to run at a specific point in time as part of the maintenance activities in your org. So to schedule, what you have to do is you have to first write an apex class that implements schedulable. This is one way. Like, you can create a class with schedulable interface and then write a method, execute method, and write your logic. Or else, if you have any other classes, just call that class by creating this schedulable interface. We'll see that later in detail. So, and what is the syntax to continue? Like, this is the syntax, like global class, your class name, and implement schedulable. That is the key part here. And the execute method in this is also mandatory. So you can write your code here, or you can call any of your other apex classes, like even the batch script or any other script which you want to include within the execute. You can call that, so that way you'll be able to schedule any apex classes or any of your code or method. How to schedule? There are two ways to schedule. One is the point and click method, wherein you go to a place where, like how you create the apex classes, that is set up, build, develop apex classes, and then you can find a button schedule apex. When you click on it, you can give the job name, and you can click on a finder where you can find a list of all the schedulable apex classes which are implemented with schedulable interface. So that is one way. I'll show you the example which is following immediately after this slide. So keep watching, you will get that example as well. You can get to see hands-on how you can do that. So, and the other one option is calling by System.Schedule method, wherein you pass the name and the cron expression and the class object. So what is this cron expression? So it is a sequence of numbers where each number signifies something, like this 0 signifies 0 seconds, and 30 signifies 30 minutes, hour 10 means 10:30, and date is 5th, and month is star, like any month, and day of the week is any days. So this is an example wherein you will be scheduling the job at 5th of every month at 10:30 a.m. So this is the example of this cron expression. So now we will check in the application, not check, do the hands-on, like how you can create a schedule apex, and then how you schedule it, and you can also see the list of scheduled jobs, like how it is scheduled. So keep watching. Let's go to the example. So let's jump into the example. As discussed, I have created a lead scheduled apex class which implements schedulable and which has a mandatory method execute. And here I'm just selecting some leads which has lead source null and updating the lead source as market. So this is not important in this class. So main thing is like implement schedulable. We have done that. Let me save this. Okay, now this schedulable class is ready. Now let's see how we can schedule that. As discussed, there are two ways. So let's go to the first one. So here you can see a schedule apex job. When you click on it, let me refresh. Oh, I don't know what's wrong. Yeah, let me go freshly. Okay, so let's go to apex classes. So here you can see schedule apex, and when you click on it, you get this screen, and here you can give any job name, like my schedulable job. And here in the apex class, which one you want to schedule, if you query, you get only the apex classes which has implements as schedulable. with interface implements as schedulable. So once we select that, here we can schedule in the point and click fashion, like whether you want it weekly or monthly or which day you want. You can select any day and then submit it. As of now, here, just for the sake of example, let's select weekly. Every week, say let's do monthly, because it will come one occurrence. So on the first day of every month, on the first Sunday of every month, let's say on the first of every month, starting from this day, and you can select any preferred start time also, at what time you want to start. Okay, let's say 2 a.m. and here start time, and you can set like till 2021. I want this to run, every first of every month. Okay, let me save it. So now let's go to all scheduled jobs. You know how to come here. Just in the quick search, type schedule scheduled jobs. If you come here, you can see that my scheduled job has been scheduled, submitted on this date, and next scheduled run is 1st of June. This is 18th of May and this is 1st of June. So this is scheduled to be executed on 1st of June, and once this is done, again you can see a schedule to run on the 1st of very next month. So this is, man, you can edit it whenever, whichever date you want it, as and when it goes. So this is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is through this piece of the code, like using the schedulable string, like how you schedule the cron job. So this is the string which says at which point it has to run. So we have already discussed like what it means, like this is seconds, minutes, hours, date of the month, and year, and day of the week, and then year. So here what we are doing, this job runs 5th of every month at 10:30 a.m. So this is 10:30, this is minutes and hours, and then this is 5th of every month. So instantiating a new scheduled instance, based on the Apex class name, and then system.schedule new job. So let's run this and see. Okay, this is completed. Now if you go to schedule all scheduled jobs, you can see another job, like scheduling new job, and when it is running, 5th of every month. So once this is scheduled, no matter what, it runs when it reaches this time. So yeah, this is how you create it. So this I'm creating into workbench, but you can also create in the developer console as well. Let me go ahead and quickly create one more scheduled job for this. Okay, so let me open anonymous window, and let me okay, so here let's change the timings. Let's say I'm running it on the 15th of every month, and let's put it in